It's my podcast, not yours.
I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh, you went to the الساحل الشرير.
الساحل الطيب والساحل الشرير.
Surprised I slept?
I'm not surprised.
She's not surprised because I slept on her wedding. And I flew to India to surprise her by sleeping on her wedding.
You actually miss things because you sleep?
Yeah.
It's a thing?
It happened to Samira and Saeed.
يعني the names, please, can we please discuss? إنه the cats are called Samira and Saeed.
Cats are not that cute as we think they are.
They're very, very territorial.
Quitting vaping was even worse and more difficult than cigarettes. And now the challenge is like your brain doesn't have to look for another addiction. When I start a new habit, I want to start all the good habits at the same time.
I've never seen anything like it. Maybe because I still haven't had the opportunity
Gone to
explore. I genuinely didn't have the energy to post anything on social media.
Does it trigger you to see people posting "Take me back there"? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sapio Podcast. And today we have again Gitanjali. Hi,
Hello.
Gitanjali.
Hi.
And we have Farah.
Hi.
Lovely to see you again.
Good to be back.
Do you know, I'm looking at you guys. The only thing I'm thinking of is a vape.
Is?
I
Wait.
stopped vaping 2 weeks
When?
ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. It's
And
very
you still
bad.
think about it? I
I'm
thought.
thinking about it the whole time. I'm
Really?
obsessed. Do you know
Do you
why?
vape
Because
now?
I could.
ولا خلاص?
No, I'm
You're
not
done.
vaping and I'm not smoking. I'm not doing any.
ولا شيء.
I'm not
Are
Yeah.
you
nicotine
on
replacement?
patches still?
Yeah, I'm using the patches.
Okay.
Do they help?
I'm not sure because the first week was fine.
Okay.
It was just the fact that I needed to work on the habit. Like, for example, now I have my hands under the table. I'm kind of shaking because I didn't put the patch.
You didn't?
Yeah, because I took them off.
Ah,
and
okay.
I didn't put the new one. So the second week was a disaster. I would sleep at night and wake up after 2 hours.
Oh.
And then sleep after 5 hours. And then sleep for 10 hours. And then sleep for 1 hour.
But is it only because of vape, you think? Or is it something else that's on our
What do you
mind?
think?
It could be anything.
I think it's the vape.
Yes.
I think also the
Probably the
amount
nicotine.
of nicotine I used to have from the vape.
Because the vapes have a lot of nicotine, more than cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And it's
Yeah.
not only the amount of comparing to the cigarette, but also the frequency of
The frequency, because
vaping.
you always have
I
it with
vape
you.
when I'm driving. I vape when I'm in the bed, in the
It's
office.
so much easier because like it's just
Yeah.
And no one is gonna be bothered.
And no
by
one's
vapes,
going to be
you know?
bothered. You can do it indoors.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the thing is, like, I thought I'm vaping to quit smoking, but quitting vaping was even worse and more difficult than cigarettes.
I don't like vape at all.
I love them. I loved.
Yeah.
There are small vape lookalike straws
Yeah.
just to get you out of the habit. So you smoke it, but nothing actually. You're not smoking anything. You're smoking air.
I think it's worse. I think
Just-
it's worse
just
than
I
For
think
the
it's
motion.
worse because it affects your lungs. Because someone was telling me like how it creates more water in your lungs or
I
vapor
but then
in
some
your
of
lungs.
them, I ordered some, but they never came. The one that has kind of vitamins and melatonin and.
No, you don't actually smoke anything. It's air. Like it's
Just
just for
air?
the motion.
But do you have some?
No, nothing. But just for the motion.
Can use
Because
the
you're
pen then.
used to
Yeah.
having your hand go up to your mouth and
Or
then-
just straws because
yeah.
Because without straws, because without turtles, we won't have turtles
So like a
anymore.
plastic, like hard plastic, like the Tupperware
I'm trying not to use
type of
plastic.
plastic. كمان sustainable.
I'm very sustainable. Yeah, actually.
I have those steel straws as well,
You
like
still have them?
metal straws.
My only
yes.
concern about those things is like how are you gonna wash them later on?
The one I got, it came with like a pack of 6.
Yeah.
And it has a, like, you know how you have bottle
the
brushes?
small one that goes inside.
Yeah, so you
for the
wash-
babies, but it's smaller. So you
Yeah,
can-
much smaller.
It's a
can
lot of
clean
work.
it.
But then do you know what I have? I have the coffee capsules that are aluminum.
Huh?
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. It's like made with metal.
Okay.
So you just create your own capsules of coffee.
Uh-huh.
So you don't use the plastic one anymore. But then you have to do them yourself. You have to put the coffee and put them, and then you have the cover that you have to put. And
Yeah.
it's more sustainable, and it's also like money's.
I don't think I understood. Is it like a cup?
Do you know the capsules?
Okay.
The
Yeah, the
Nespresso
coffee capsules.
Yeah.
So I got the one with the metallic ones.
Uh-huh.
where you have one empty and you take the coffee, you put it inside, push it,
Ah.
and then they give you the cover, you put it,
Okay.
and then you use it as the coffee, and then you wash it and you use
You
it again.
use it again. Oh, okay,
I'm trying to
nice.
reduce the plastic,
Lovely.
for
Yeah.
the turtles in the ocean.
Yeah.
Turtles.
Turtles. So it's all of the nicotine. I don't like the. Do you know what? I went to the doctor actually. After the
Okay.
doctor. But after I already stopped using the vape and I started to use nicotine patches, and he was telling me everything I know. So it was nothing new. But then he mentioned something that still in my mind. It's kind of like I was a bit worried about it. Because we always want to worry about something somehow. And then he was like, yeah, now the challenge is like your brain doesn't have to look for another addiction.
Doesn't
Yes.
have to, or it does look for another addiction.
He was like, you need to do your best in order that your brain doesn't
cross
replace
addiction.
addiction
Nicotine
of cigarettes
with
with another
some-
addiction.
with something
Severe
else.
addiction.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you always have to replace a bad habit with a good habit.
Suggestions?
Sometimes when people cut down on
Read a
on
book. Read
nicotine,
one
Ew.
page of a
chocolate
book.
مثلاً.
Or,
No,
read the book. Read the book
the
instead of a cigarette. Yeah,
or brush your cat.
never.
go to the gym
I do.
or
I
take a
does.
walk.
But every time he
does.
wants to vape. Every time he wants, like it has to be a
Yeah.
small
Imagine
small
every time I
thing.
want to vape, I will
Right.
go to the gym.
or sip
I will be literally like,
sip water.
yeah.
sip water, brush your cat, or
I'm drinking like almost 4 liters of water.
Brush
every
your teeth.
day. How many times?
يعني keep a toothbrush in your mouth like مسواك.
Miswak?
yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah.
Now I'm using those like, not the gum. The gums are disgusting. I'm using the one that you actually suck. You put them like a candy, and they have 1 milligram of nicotine.
Okay.
And they stay there for like 15, 20 minutes.
But something useful, some habit which is useful to you. Pick. So let's
Like
say
what?
what do you want to do?
I don't want to do anything.
I just want to vape.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to vape.
But you decided not to vape.
Yeah, because
Let's go back to cigarettes.
Oh my
I
god!
go. Okay, that's a good plan.
Influence.
And then from vape to cigarette, and then from cigarette back to not smoking, right? So I spent a few years smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I think maybe it would be easier to quit cigarettes.
You know what was my problem?
Because it's less frequent. لا.
No, believe me, like in this heat, I will literally sit outside in this heat and smoke like chain smoking, literally, one after the other. So I always found a way to. They told me you have to just put something in your mouth, or like
Distract
chew
yourself.
something or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, as long as I'm still healthy, I think I need to kind of value what I have and not wake up when it's a bit late, when I have problems in my lungs or something bad is happening, or like it was very bad. I was literally sleeping with my vape, like next to me. I put the vape on the pillow.
Would you wake up in the middle of the night and vape?
No,
Or?
no, not that time.
Wasn't that bad?
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Good.
I sleep 7-8
checking.
hours per night,
Yeah.
and I wake up. I feel like happy to see the vape next to me.
Would it be the first thing that you do when you wake up?
Probably, yeah.
Hitting the vape.
Yeah, it's like good morning, good morning. You know,
What's another habit that you admired in someone else and you wish that you had?
gym,
question.
working out every day. When
Okay.
you travel, you go to the gym.
Smaller habits.
Smaller,
Yeah.
walking.
Oh,
Even smaller.
walk. Yeah, walk. You can walk
does.
inside your. I does. Like every time. Let's say 20 steps or 50 steps every time. Every drag is, let's say, 10 steps.
Or jump rope.
We want easy.
Easier.
It's not easy.
Look now, even when I go to the gym, I don't do things that involve jumping or running or anything.
Okay, then
like
the steps
intense.
that you
So I'm doing only
talked
lifting,
about.
and even if I'm walking on the treadmill, it's just like
Or like
high
stretch.
inclined.
If you want to, instead of stretching.
Stretch
ممكن.
is like yoga thing.
No, just stretch. تمرين صباحي, morning
How many times
exercise.
should I stretch per day?
10
Imagine I'm
in
doing
each
this
direction. I don't
at the
know.
office.
Yeah.
Look, you need to pick something that you want and you like. So you should come up with it, because any suggestions we will give. Eating.
That's
that's
one of the
cross addiction.
concerns. Yeah.
But okay, eat a cucumber. Like keep those finger
like
cuts.
sticks?
Yeah, have one.
Yes, that's a good idea.
It's you
I'll
can
have overdose
reduce
of
your
cucumber,
water.
honestly.
No, you can reduce water if you're having cucumber. You can reduce water and increase your cucumber.
I'm gonna hate cucumber if I eat them this much.
Okay, cucumbers and carrots and celery. يعني help
I'm
us
gonna
help you.
hate them all.
Okay, do it till you hate them. By the time you will get out of this habit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is that they say that nicotine will leave your body after 5 to 5 days.
Who they?
They, them. On the internet. Like I was doing my research, you know? Some
Google MD.
nicotine specialist, you know? Nicotine pro.
Does it actually leave your system? 3 to 5 days?
3 to 5 days if you don't smoke anything.
So it's already gone.
Yeah.
It's gone, but then I don't know what's happening.
Maybe
Is
the
it in my
patches are
mind?
not helping.
Of course, it's in your mind.
What do you mean? No, the patch? I think the patch, I don't know.
It gives you a hit that's not as big as the original
I
hit.
think if I didn't use the patch, it would be worse, but
Try to not use the patch. See how that
I'm
would
not
work.
using them. Yeah, now I have a headache. I'm talking to you at this moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you talk about smoking or vape and the headache, do you have a picture?
A picture?
Yes, of that. When you think about all
seeing
these things.
smoke coming
Yes.
from your head.
Okay. Now frame that smoke.
Yeah.
Put a thick frame around it. You can use your hands, fingers, whatever you're doing. Yeah. Take it away from you. Take it far from you.
What do you mean far from me?
Yeah. Now make it smaller and smaller and smaller. Very small. Small as a Post-it stamp. Very smaller. Okay. Now just hold it and imagine it's becoming smaller and lighter and lighter and lighter. And it's slipping away from your hand and it's going outside this room, outside into the sky, away from the earth, and it's vanishing and it's no more anywhere near you and it's not coming back.
Done.
Okay.
It's in Mars actually now.
It's what?
In Mars.
Yeah.
Planet.
So let it be there.
Yeah.
Lock it in Mars.
Oh yeah, it's in Mars. It's
Okay.
locked there.
Now come back. How do you feel now?
Fine.
Better?
Better.
I love that exercise.
How did you learn this?
This is a part of psychosomatic hypnotherapy.
Psychosomatic.
So anything that we feel, experience, like when you said it's in your head, you were only giving answers. It is in your head. And that's why that word came to you. It's in your head. And then we have a spatial representation of whatever our mind is thinking about, telling us. So that's how because we think in pictures, and you had a picture of that specific idea. And then it's just a simple technique to get that thought out of your head. And once it's gone because it's no more, it's in Mars.
I think it's the habit. Imagine you're doing something every day constantly for since you wake up till you sleep for years.
Yeah.
And then one good day you wake up and okay, let's talk about the good things about not smoking and not vaping and not using any tobacco or nicotine products. You have a lot of time.
Yes.
Really?
This is like a very
It gives
common.
you time?
You have a lot of time.
It gives you a lot of mental time and actual time.
Yeah.
Because most of the smokers always plan their next smoke or next that's something that they keep looking forward to.
Yeah.
And that looking forward to consumes a lot of energy and thought. And when
So you're exhausted mentally just because of thinking every time of when to smoke next, and the time you spend that actually smoking, and then you smoke again and plan again, and and then now you have a lot of time, but then not only time in terms of minutes or hours, but your head is lighter. You don't have to think about all those things.
So that's nice. Think of this when you want to go back to it. Think of
I think I need to kind of remind myself. Yeah.
The peace of mind that it gives you.
Do you know what's the thing that I'm trying not to kind of do, and every time I stop smoking, It's like when I start a new habit, I want to start all the good habits at the same time. It's always happening to me.
Yeah.
Like I want to go to the gym and eat healthy and stop smoking and I don't know, read a book and do meditation and walk and
Yeah.
And then you know
it gets too much, so I think you should do it one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And it is going to take you up to 90 days for everything to leave your system from the nicotine.
90 days?
Yes.
Yeah, and 90 days to
Not
form
21?
No, 90 days for any substance to leave your body generally. And then after those 90 days you start to form the new habit of like not having any cigarettes, and then after that you'll begin to function normally, I think.
In 2 weeks, I feel it's
So I
been
think
like 2
you should number the days, and you should
Mm-hmm.
count the days, and keep track of them every single day. Like maybe send yourself a message of like, this is day 4 of
I'll send you a
not
message.
smoking. You can send it to me. It's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Just numbers, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Spam her.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't mind.
My problem is like, and whenever I travel, any habit I have is gone.
Yeah.
Like I have to reset myself again when I come back from the
Yeah,
trip.
that's
And it
very
takes another
difficult.
couple of months.
Yeah.
And by that
To go
time I
back.
start to like go back to the habit, I travel again.
It's exactly the same problem that I was discussing when it comes to like getting back to, let's say, gym or any kind of physical activity, kind of a routine. And every time I take a break, that break gets extended into like a big 6 months of gap, and I'm working.
That's a very long
Exactly.
break.
So half of the year I'm working out, and half of the year I'm literally
Oh,
chilling.
seasonal. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Seasonal workout.
H1,
So
H2.
I'm working on that by instead of going to like how you said, like every time I want to work out or do some kind of have a regime, I want to have a workout session with a personal trainer for 1.5 hours where I'm lifting weights and things like those. So it kind of exhausts me. This is what I understood. And as you said, like now I'm going to break it down. So even if I'm not going to the gym and doing like the typical, heavy exercise, even if I'm not looking like I'm doing exercise, I'm going to move around more or pick another kind of activity, let's say walking or swimming or salsa, like adding that variety and not looking for perfection or perfect results even. So it is possible that if instead of working out, if I'm doing something lighter, I might not see exact same results, but then
Consistency, is better.
instead of just being a couch potato for 6 months and then expecting the body to be like dramatically in shape in 6 months, that's not going to happen. So
Do you know what you can do?
baby steps.
Do you know what you can
And
do?
don't cut the habit when you travel. Keep a bit of the habit with you.
That's the problem.
That's
That's
it.
the problem. For example, don't take the lift. Take the stairs.
Yeah.
All
That
the
you
time.
can keep around with you.
Yeah. Do you know that when I moved, when I went to check the places, found one on the ground floor, one on the first, one on the second. I took the second one because there's no elevators. And I would force myself to actually take the stairs every day.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
See, that's very good.
But then sometimes I'm so lazy to even go to the supermarket.
I just won't go home.
Yeah, exactly.
gonna stay here.
I'm sleeping in the car tonight. I was thinking about something and I forgot. You see, this is what happened when I don't interrupt
You were
people.
talking about habit.
I should interrupt you more, guys. I'm done with not interrupting
I know.
people.
It's your podcast.
It's my podcast, not yours.
Yes, my joke landed. I'm so happy.
I was talking with my friend last time, and I was like, by the way, if you come to the UAE, I wish we can do the podcast together. She's like, do you know what's going to be, Yusuf? It's going to be just internal jokes, me and you the whole time. Us laughing the whole time, and everyone just watching
like,
be like,
Okay.
what's wrong with these
What's
people? Like,
happening here?
why do we even do the podcast, Thank you so much, everyone. See you in the next episode. Have a good night.